What's up, everybody? Just wanted to jump on and make a tutorial on speed ramping. I know a few of you have already been incorporating them into your videos. We've been getting a ton of great feedback on them, so it's something we'd like everyone to start doing. Um, the editing is the easy part. It's really learning how to get the smooth, long shots that you need to actually do speed ramps. That's going to take some practice, but I'll show you a few examples here. Um, Here's a good example of a drone shot that I like to use to reveal backyards, pools, or if there's water behind a house. So you can see here, this is a very long shot. It's about 25 seconds long. Obviously, if you fly a little faster than this, you might not have to speed it up as much, but to be able to get that nice speed change from fast to nice and smooth, I feel like this is the speed that I usually fly at. Alright, so to do a speed ramp, what you're going to do is you're going to find where you want the speed change to happen. So I think I'm going to have it go fast all the way through here, and then when I get to the top of this tree, I'm going to slow it down. So all you do is hit Shift B, and wherever this red cursor is where it's going to do the speed change. So I think right about there should look good. Shift B. Now you can see I have two different sections of this clip. Alright, so you're just going to go here, hit this arrow, fast, and I usually either do between 8 times and 20 times. I'm going to start with 8 times on this one, and then we will adjust it from there. It's rendering, so it might be hard to see, but alright, not bad. I think I'm going to pull it in a little bit to about 1,000. We'll let that render for a second. Alright, so you can see, get to the trees, and then it just kind of slows down and reveals the lake behind the house. Alright, so that's a good example of a drone shot. Here's a good interior shot here. You can see this is another really long clip. I think it's about 20 seconds long. So you can see here how slow you actually have to get these shots. It's nice and smooth. Alright, so the speed ramps really allow you to show off a lot of space in a short amount of time. We're starting all the way in the living room here, walking through this hallway, and we can either do the speed ramp there or walk through the kitchen and do it there. So I think I'm going to do it right here. So again, Shift B, and I'm going to make this one 20 times. This is a pretty long shot. So let that render for a second. Alright, so let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so one thing to note is the this gray bar right here. If you drag it in, it's going to, this changes the rate at which the speed ramp happens. So if it's really close together, the speed change is going to be very abrupt and sudden. If you drag it out, it's going to be a lot more smooth and a little slower. I'll usually like to be right in the middle. Just kind of play with it and see what you think looks good. And again, these tabs, if you drag it in and out, that affects the speed ramp as well, or the how fast or how slow it is. Alright, so we have this drone shot, and we have this shot here. Alright, and now let's find another. Let's do this one. So this is just a basic dining room shot. Like I said, you don't have to have a crazy house to do speed ramps on. Just any basic room, really, you can do it if you know how to get the shots. So again, just to stand a little further back, walk through the door frame here, and I think we can start it right about there. So Shift B, fast we're going to do, we'll start with ×8. Probably be a little too slow. Just let it render for a second. All right. Yeah, I'm going to speed that up just a little bit. And that looks good to me. Drag that in. And I'm going to pull this so the speed change is isn't as drawn out. There we go. So these shorter clips right here, you know, on these longer ones, you can drag out the speed change a little bit. But shots like this, where you don't have a lot of room to work with, it does look better if you drag these in. Just kind of makes it a little more dramatic. All right, and then another shot here. Just walking through the door frame here and revealing the kitchen. So probably start it right about there. Shift B, ×8. I'm going to let this render. Alrighty, so let's see how it looks. Not bad. I think I'm going to pull this in. Make it a little faster. And that should do it. Alright, so let's see how that looks. Alright, so you can see it just adds a little bit of flair to the video. Whereas you probably start right here and just slowly walk in. Just start a little further back. You can see the door frame, the artwork there. And then just kind of zoom in like that. Alright, and then if your shots are a little shaky, you can add the stabilization to them. Alright, so speed, and then the next thing is going to be timing up the speed ramps with music. So that's fine. I think this is a good one. Find a good spot to time it up here. Obviously, your speed ramp probably wouldn't be until your second or third clip in. So you can always trim the music a little bit to find a good spot to time up a speed ramp with the drop of the song. So let's listen. So that drop, I think that little right there is where I want to time up this first. So let's see. So a little more. Alright, so it's not perfect. You get the point. You can even time up this one to anytime that beat hits is where you want it to stop. So you'll get the gist of it. Like right there is where you want those beats to hit. So let's see what happens when we pull it in a little bit. Yeah, more like that. Alright, so obviously you're not going to have 4 speed ramps in a row in your video, but these are just some good examples of how you can mix in some shots just to spice up your video a little bit. One thing I do want to add to this real quick is doing multiple speed ramps on one clip and then going from fast to slow. I mean slow to fast instead of fast to slow. So I'm just going to use this kitchen clip again. So I'm going to start it about right there. Just let it play normal. and then it's going to speed up through the kitchen, so Shift B. And then it's going to speed up through this part, and then about right there. Alright, and then just take this middle part, fast. We'll start with ×8. Let's see. Yeah, I want that to be a little faster. So just take this, drag it in. About 1500. We're going to drag these ends in a little bit. Like that. And then on these clips, you want these gray bars to be symmetrical, which they already are, but I'm going to drag them in a little bit. About right there. And that should be good. Alright, so I'll let that render for a second. Alright, so let's see how that looks. Slow, fast, and then slow again. So just another variation of a speed ramp. Doesn't always have to go fast to slow. Slow to fast also looks really good, and then throwing more than one speed ramp in a clip is also a pretty cool way to do shots. So again, let me know if you have any questions. If you have another way of doing this, or if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment in under the Slack post, and for everyone to see. All right, thanks everyone.